Tanya Harris is here. I should say she's back. Welcome back. Good to have you here.
Thanks for
Holistic nutrition expert. Okay. Convenient. Dream come true, nightmare, all the above.
Right. Absolutely, I agree.
And that's just for adults. But when kids get involved, and we don't need to get into a discussion about the age, but there are potential risks involved with the usage. So walk me through what I should be, because these are things that I can't see.
Right, absolutely.
I think a lot of the harms of my children, and it's all things that are visible, and this is not the case.
Right, and there's some studies that say they do cause cancer and some that say they don't. So I just like to err on the side of caution and just want to be safer.
Yeah.
So we do know that they do emit radiation.
Okay.
And they affect adults and kids, but kids have a longer exposure time, and their brains are actually more absorbent, and their skulls are thinner, so they actually have more exposure than adults do. They're also linked to ADHD and even prenatal use with cell phones.
Is that? Do you think that's a radiation link, or is that a screen time link, or is that a visual stimulation link?
Well, the prenatal link, I think, would be the radiation, possibly.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but they have done studies, and parents show more hyperactivity with kids the higher the prenatal exposure. So even before birth, they can be affecting kids.
Okay.
And then the blue light, which can suppress.
Yeah, walk me through the blue light, because I remember it's sort of, these things tend to go, I don't want to say generational, but they go in phases. I remember the blue light being a thing a few years ago, and it's still a thing because we have even more screens, right?
Right. So one of the things we can do here is the iPhone is great. It's got a night shift mode that you can get into on your settings. The Android has, I believe it's night light. And then there's things you can put on your computer too, like F-Lux, because what they found is this blue light.
Called what?
F.Lux.
F-Lux,
Yep.
okay.
So what they found is the blue light that is emitted from devices and tablets and computers can actually suppress our body's melatonin, which is the hormone that helps us sleep. So if we turn it to more orangish red, which is what these apps do, it can actually stop that.
Huh, all right.
So that's one of the big tips.
It's in the settings, people. I'm a late adopter, so my son might know more of that. But here we go. So yeah, the night shift thing, I mean, is that a good recommendation, that long?
That was mine.
Yeah, okay. Well,
but they do say either cut your screen time or maybe go to these like an hour or 2 to 3 hours even before bed, so that way you're not messing with your circadian rhythm, because that can lead to all sorts of things like cancer and obesity and diabetes. They found that link too with the blue light.
So radiation, I remember, I'm old enough to remember, I started a lot of sentences with that, when microwave ovens first came out, and we were just standing right in front of it, and then we had all these issues like that. So does it matter how we use the phone? Because I mean, I pick my son up every day, and in a pickup line, all I see are AirPods and earbuds. You can sometimes not even see the phone. So keeping it away from you?
Yes, because one of the things is encourage your kids and yourself to carry it in a purse or a backpack as often as possible. But if you do have to carry it on you, because I mean, girls even carry them in bras or pockets. So if you have to carry it on you, put it in airplane mode, because it stops it from receiving a signal, and it also stops that radiation from being emitted.
Oh, okay.
So that's a safety thing people can do if they have to carry it on them.
That's fantastic.
And use speakerphone as often as possible. So they say
politely.
What's that?
I said, but politely.
Oh, but yes. Politely, for sure.
Accidentally hearing conversations, I'm like, hey, you might want to, but
exactly.
But the earbuds will work for that too, right?
They will.
Keep it, keep that phone.
And hopefully your phone's not on you, because then it's not on airplane mode.
Well, actually, I saw a really irate woman on Twitter last week talking about she was having an increase in exposure to phone radiation because she had to put her phone in her bra because dresses don't have pockets.
Oh, that's
So if dresses have pockets, well, it still be on her person. Does what case the phone is in matter at all, or that's
not really? That's really debatable. They've actually done some studies where some of the cases actually emit more radiation. So I actually don't even recommend a case. I recommend, just keeping it on airplane mode as much as possible, especially when sleeping, because a lot of teenagers, and myself included, use it as an alarm clock.
Yeah, exactly.
Put it on airplane mode. I'm in my kids' rooms all the time. I even check it after they're sleeping.
Sleeping to make sure. No, that makes perfect sense.
I put it on airplane mode.
I use it for an alarm clock, but I have it on the other side of the room because that forces me to get up.
Oh yeah.
So at least I'm accidentally not exposing myself to more radiation. So any links where we can go learn more?
Sure. My website is slightlygreener.com.
We'll put that link on indystyle.tv.
Okay,
Thanks for the insight.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
Thanks a lot.
Airplane mode. Probably good during the show anyway. I'm easily distracted as it is, Amber.
It is, yeah.